Hello from Yat Dragon.com. This is Ji Sifu. Today we'll talk about the deeper wisdom and knowledge of our magic lineage again. So today we'll be talking about Kilin, the most hardest to understand one out of the 5 main animals that we're going to talk about. So we talked about the main thing about dragon, and it took me like 6 lessons to get through that. And then I went kind of faster pace with the other one, talking about the tiger, the lion, and the phoenix. So I talked about all these already, and trying to like get them shorter because it's kind of hard to, it's hard to explain. But even I try to get it short, it's kind of long. So anyway, I can keep going on and on, but just trying to keep it simple. Now today we're going to talk about Kilin. Kilin is often referred to like the unicorn kind of thing, but it's not. Okay, now this is not an animal. Just like when we talk about dragon, it's not a dragon. Okay, it's not a flying dragon. Kilin. Kilin. You can say Kilin. Okay, Kilin. Now, these animals, just like we say dragon, phoenix, all that stuff. Okay, I'm just checking the screen. Okay, good. It's like dragon, phoenix, all that stuff. It's not about animal. And it's not even like, oh, because the animal is like that. And so it's like just like the animal. It's not like that. It doesn't work that way. It's about energy transmission. In our lineage, you put these into the secret grid that we use, which correspond to the principle in nature. How energy transmit through different stages and such. And you can understand the word and what it really means. Now, this Kilin is very hard to understand because it has 2 words, okay, not only one. And then also there are 2 Kilin. There's a red and there's a green, okay? So there's a Hong Kilin, okay? Hong Kilin. This is the red. And then there's a Chan Kilin. This is the green. Okay, Hong. It's like the red color. Okay, red color, bright red. Chang. Chang is not like primary vivid green. Chang is a grass, light green color, like grass. Okay. Now these color are named that way because of their natural properties. But if you actually decode the word in our secret grid, you will also get the properties of this Kilin as well. Time to go do the decoding. Let's go. Same grid here. If you don't understand all these grids and the theories and a special term, watch the previous videos. We have already explained a lot of those before. Okay, so let's start. Just pretend you know. First word is K. The grid again, proactive side, responsive side, or the receiving end. Okay. Now this is the medium. Okay. And then things happen from top to bottom. So again, 3 parts. Teen, Day, Yan. 3 parts. Now let's sub this into an example to explain so you can substitute and understand. Okay. Good. Now again, Sony want to create a product, a TV. give it to you. Okay, Sony. Medium, this is the worker. The people who makes the TV. This is you. Sony want to give money, idea, all the plans and everything through the management level, the top level guys, to the workers, make the TV, the promotion, sales, and push out and launch the TV, and so you can get whatever the Sony wants you to get. Okay? Basically, that is how it works. Now, let's go. Kilin. These two words all involve two parts, as you can see. Okay? Kilin involves two parts. One part is where the boss, the Sony, the boss, work with the workers, interact with the workers. And then there's a gap. And then the next part is how these workers now launch to the responsive side, to you, to interact with your side, like to do the promotion. Kilin, the two words it's always like that. So what's the first thing that they do? The boss to the worker. The first stage of what they're trying to do. First, the elements, intention, resources, everything is infused to the top level guys who will be leading the workers. Now, the bridge from the boss is built through the top level guys to the workers. Now, while this resources is being used up, okay, the resources being used up, it brings the top level guys to the management level of the worker into an action, and then bring them to a final result, transmitting the resources down to the top level guys to action, transmitting these resources to the worker side to the final action. And then the action will be completed by the top level guys giving a final result and leave its final result to the next department. Now the next department, which is the head of the workers, will perform its final action and complete it to a final product and give it to the working guys, the people who make the stuff, and then execute and transmit its finalized stuff to the workers, so the workers can start working. Now this is the first stage. Okay. Now the first word K. What happened is the next step is first a bridge is built from the worker's end. Then this one is not in the center, it's more close to here. This is where the TV it's being made, like the finalized stage of how the TV is being made. Okay, so the workers built a bridge to your side, to almost to your side. This is about the launching side, the marketing department. Now this is the workers finish its job, marketing department finish its job, okay, and use up the resources. Okay, this is the use of the resources, and then action taken, and then finalize the action, and then create the result that the workers want to create the result to the final stage. Now, the final result of the factory is done, and then it will create the final product on the launching end. And now, this is the first word K. The second step, okay, now this one set the final product to be completed. What is Lun? Now the product is completed, okay? The next stage is Lun. Here, a transmission of movement, like what to do, is set from the medium, from the workers, to the promoting end. Okay, the launching guys used up the resources. All the resources for the promotion is input, and a reaction is done. Okay? Used up the resources with an action, create a result, and then this is the movement that is supposed to be done, which is to promote. Okay, use up and launch. After launching, right here, after launching, it builds a bridge from the promotion, the ads, to your side, which is like the TV, okay? And then use up, which is to play the video, and bring you to a conclusion. And then it will allow you to keep going to do whatever the ads want you to do again, which is to get the stuff and do a decision. Now you can see Kilin is actually 2 stages. Sum it up in short, 2 stages. It's how things pass on from one station to the next, to the next, to the next, and to the finalized state. Let me check the camera. Yeah, you can see it. Good. Okay, so it's basically to help you to bring the top level resources to the process, to the middle, to the finalized, and launch it out so that the other party can get it. Now that is the true meaning of Kilin. It's like doot, 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 doot. We say that Kilin jumps. Now we don't need to really dig into all the decoding again and again right now, because like it just explains to you the pattern. But if you really want to use the pattern again and again, it makes you more confusing. So Kilin is like this. You have top level, you may have 2 level, and then here you may have a few more levels, and then you have a finalized stuff, okay? Kilin is when something here is passed on to here. Now these 2 interact, and then they might come to a conclusion and then pass it on to the 4. The 4 come together and pass it on to here, like that. And then now this is ready to enjoy the last product, the finalized product, and then to consume and use the final product. So Kilin is like the pattern of passing on stuff from the top through the process all the way to a new world, a new dimension, a new subject, and let the subject continue, carry on and continue using whatever is processed it. The action of how Kilin works involves 2 Kilin. One is the red, one is the green. You'll understand this more later. Right? Just let me continue. Okay. Now there's a red and a green. The green is here. Okay. 10 Kilin. The red is here. Hong Kilin. Okay. So this is the subject. Chang Kilin. The word Chang is, to sum it up in short, okay, is to have stuff give to you, and you can keep using, and this thing will keep alive. It keeps like growing. It keeps growing. Okay, so it can still, like, after this thing got over with the Kilin pattern, so it just go from one department to the other, to the other, to the other, and now it's here. Now you get this thing, the Chang Kilin, the green one, responsible for getting it into your little circle, and now you can consume this thing. Okay, this is the method of Chang Kilin. Hong Kilin, Hong is to the final, is to keep inheriting, passing on the ingredients, and bring the top to the bottom to the final result through this processing subject. So it means that after you consume the whole thing, and now you're going to the final state, which is you're done consuming it, then that is the job of the Hong Kilin, to pass something out of your universe, your subject, or matter, whatever you call that, okay? Now let me give you an example, okay? Planet Earth, right here, this is Earth. Okay, Chan Kilin appears in the North Pole. The aurora light, the green light in the sky, is a form of Chan Kilin in this universe, the nature. Why? Because energies and everything from outer space got consumed, like heat, into the planet. The planet absorbed everything in the North Pole. This is because the magnetic field works like that. It just brings everything in from outer space to digest into this here and digest. And after everything is done, consuming inside the planet, which means all the outer space energies from the sun, from the air, whatever is outside, comes in and get digested. Everything, every place, everywhere got its rain, its thunder, wind, all this stuff. It converts to all that energies that we are going to use inside this planet. After all these are done, whatever is the residue, okay, whatever is left after digesting or after the stuff on the planet gives off whatever it doesn't need, then energies go in the center and out of the South Pole. The South Pole is the exit of the energies for this planet. Now this is when the Hong Kilin starts. Hong Kilin, red. Now this is where the energy comes out. Now you can see that the light or whatever comes out from the south too. But before that, you can also see a very small mini version coming out from here. This is also red. Why? Because this section, after it's done consuming the green, like the green Kilin, consuming the energy, being digested from things on the ground, it goes underground and creates the red lava. That is also one form of the Kilin. But this is one small Kilin inside. The big Kilin is after it continue going all the way, everything is done. The Hong Kilin push out energy from the South Pole and out the space again. Now this space stuff is kind of spacey for some people. It's hard to understand because you don't know about science and like space and all that complex stuff. Let me explain as how our human body works, okay? Now Chan Kilin, it's when one department goes to the next and bring your thoughts into action, and then bring the action to a physical state that will transfer the stuff outside of your body into your body. This is the action of eating. So the Chan Kilin is responsible for bringing your thoughts to want to eat, what to eat, ponder all the stuff, and then you look around and then you see the food, and then the food comes into your mouth. When you swallow the food, the Chan Kilin is done with its job. The job is to just put into. Now it's supposed to be the job of the tiger and stuff to go inside the body to digest. Now after all the digestion is done, you go to washroom and the Hong Kilin start working to and push out the stuff. Now that is the Hong Kilin, the red Kilin's job, to remove from here, remove, and then to the last stage into out of your body, just like the South Pole. The South Pole of the digestive system can be in and then out the bottom. That is the exit. As you can see, the whole concept of Kilin is like it jumps. It jumps from one station to the other, to the other, to the other, and then it just passes on. And there are two Kilin. That is very important. There's also a third one, which is hidden. It's called the white Kilin. Bak Kilin. Bak. Oops. Bak Kilin. Bak right here, white. It's not the color white. It means that it uses up the resources in the medium, okay, to perform action. Bring the whole operating system into action, and complete everything. Complete operation. Now, the word of Bak Kilin is how things pass on inside this section, inside here, your organs. When things come out of your body to go into the mouth and then get in, that is Tang Kilin, the stage of Tang Kilin. From here, and then inside Tang Kilin, swallow. Now the Bak Kilin stage start from the throat, digest, pass on the Bak Kilin, white Kilin stuff. And then the red Kilin, Hong Kilin, responsible for pooping it out, the exit. And you can also shrink it down in a smaller version and say, okay, so inside this universe, there's also always three stages of Kilin. The first one is to go from one organ, out of one organ to get in. And then there's a passing on inside the different parts in the organ. And then exit the organ. And then you can also microscopically go in there and say, okay, there's an in, there's a pass on, and there's a pass out. So the whole theory of Kilin is to give the energy transmission process, to say how things out of one universe can go into the universe. And then it passed on from different parts of the universe, and then out of that thing. So green, white, red actually refers to like the three Kilin pattern right here. As you can see, this is not about any unicorn, not about any kind of animal, but about the different energy transmission process. Now, in most of the magic that we do in our lineage, usually a student, the disciple will see the green and the red a lot, but not the white a lot, because the white is often not shown and used. But the green and red is very important. The two power there secures the energy going into your altar and into your body, and also secures and put restriction to secure the exit of the altar and your body. So if you're cultivating magic, you want the Tang Kilin to help you to bring in energies. And then you want the Hong Kilin to help you to exit energies or to digest energy. The altar is the medium. You want the medium to go to you or the other places that the altar is supposed to go to. You want the red Kilin to help. You want things to come into your altar from outside. You want the Tang Kilin, the green Kilin, to help. That is why we have two candles beside the incense pot, candles. Okay. Now, the two candles, these, we call them Kilin Zhok, Kilin candle. Okay. Now, this is the Tang, this is the red, green. Refer to it like that. Okay. Now, when we lit your incense, using which flame to light your incense during what situation will change the energy transmission properties of your incense. If you are trying to burn incense to say you want things from your side to go out of your altar, you can light with this one first and then go here. So it goes from your finished product and bring it outside of your altar to the pre-heaven state. Now, if you want it to come in to your altar only, you can do the lit up with this one first, so it brings in the energy, and this one helps you to digest, finish, and bring it to the final product, which is the magic work that you're trying to do at the altar. As you can see, things can be very complex when you try to decode every part of the altar. You're learning the anatomy of the whole altar and how it works. So by learning all these animal stuff, it basically tells you how to understand the workings of every magic in the lineage. And all these animals, the two Kilin, and then the lion and stuff, we call them Lok Sun. Lok Sun, the 6 methods of transmitting energy through and beyond through and beyond any kind of things or universe or rhythms. You're trying to transmit energies. With magic, we are transmitting energies. These are the 6 main methods by using all these animals to help you transmit energies through different places to different things. And these animals, we call them Wu Fa San. Lok Sun is the 6 types of methods you can sun to go around, move energies around. The animals itself is categorized as Wu Fa San. Wu Fa San means to assist and to protect, to assist your way of executing and processing energies. And then because it can protect and assist the process, it makes it possible for energy to go from here, process, and then go to another place. So you need to understand and cultivate the power of these 6 Wu Fa San in order to have your magic power to exit yourself to the altar and process into a fu, and then the fu will be processed and into other things, and then you can use it to create results. The power of Wu Fa San, it's not like you have to pray to the animal and get help. It's not like that. It's really a pattern of how energy transmit from here to there and such and get processed. And by doing things to cultivate these power, you can actually cultivate the power to transmit your energies, the magic power, from yourself to out of yourself to create things, to make things happen, to empower things. And that is why we have these 6 Wu Fa San in the lineage. This has nothing to do with any kind of spirits, any kind of animals and stuff like that. It is all about the energy transmitting pattern. Now, why do we have animal statue like a real, okay, you look, this is a very Chinese looking statue and looking like a lion, looking like a whatever. Why do you use the statue? It's because, not because you need to worship or like pray to an animal. It's because the statue is a container. With the container of an animal looking thing, the animal is chosen because it has the properties like the shape, the style, the design fit the whole pattern, the whole thing that we're trying to express with the word and with the energy transmitting pattern. It corresponds. Watch the lesson on the concept of correspondence that I did. Everything corresponds. The visual, the shape, the design of this animal correspond to the energy transmitting pattern. And because of that, animal, okay, the statue, you keep cultivating energies and thoughts into there. Your magic power infused to this statue. It will transfer and convert all these things to a type of energy that is in the number 6 dimension. Number 6 dimension is the dimension of the dynamic force. The force that will help energy to move around, to move energy, to transmit energy. Now you are creating the power of moving energies around, which is the magic power that helps you to transmit magic power, thoughts, or these statics energy to an event, to a happening, to create a spark up something to happen. Now that is why you have the middle section, the number 6 dimension cultivation with the animal stuff. These statues are not really related to any kind of animals. They are related to the properties, not the properties of the physical animal, but the shape, all the stuff that is related, just like the word that we decoded. It's all about energy transmission. By doing the cultivation and understanding more in-depth stuff about these that you learn, you will get it more and more and know why we have to cultivate these magic, because it basically gives you the foundation, the power to move around. It's just like doing exercise. Because of doing exercise, you gain the energies to move, help you to move. And because of all that energies, then you can do stuff and create things and make things. Okay, so basically that's it for this lecture. Hope you guys like it. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Don't forget to share, like, and watch my previous videos. And also refer to your friends and stuff. If you want to learn the magic for real and really put all these stuff to a practical and useful thing to really do magic for yourself and like that, okay, you can contact us by email and we'll get you ordained. Now, if you don't ordain and have all these knowledge, maybe you'll think, hey, it's not so useful. Why do I need to know all these things? Well, of course, because these are the critical information you need to know, the knowledge you need to have in order to understand how and why the magic works. When you do magic, you cannot not understand these things. It's just like saying, when you learn programming and you are going to create a program, you cannot understand the concept behind how programming works, or else you cannot do any programming. So basically, that's it for today. We'll see you next class. Bye-bye.